I'm not anti-dads. I'm anti-dickhead dads. The ones who don't turn up when they say they're going to, don't call when they say they're going to, and consistently let their kids down. The ones who won't even turn up to a hospital appointment for their own kid because it's not their allocated time slot, taking no responsibility for their own child when it's not their weekend or not their time, leaving the mum to pick up all of the pieces all of the time. You're their consistency. You're their reliability. You're their constant source of love whilst the dad walks in and walks out of their life. And right now it feels tough because their dad will turn up, shower them with gifts, leave, and leave you to figure out what to tell the kids about why daddy doesn't turn up. But whether they're 6 or whether they're 16, one day they're going to turn to you and they're going to know that mummy was always there whilst daddy wasn't. I work with women every single day in this position. I have a tried and tested method of how to get these men to respond. And if you are one of these dads who are walking in and out of your child's life, reassess your priorities, leave them alone, or step up and be the dad you should be. Dads, especially weekend dads, are insecure. You've had them all of the time. The methods are yours, the practicalities are yours, the rule book is yours. Yes, you learnt on the job. You learnt how to do nappies, you learnt how to get up in the night, you learnt your own child's behaviour, routines, systems that work. They don't know those things, and they're scared. They're human. You're human too, but you had no other choice but to learn. Whereas these men, the child's dad, they do have a choice. They can just walk away and leave you to it. And that's what they're doing. They're insecure. If you built their insecurities up, that they can do it. You did struggle. You had to learn and help them and guided them in a non-patronising way, in an encouraging, in reinforcing that they can do it. They are a great dad. The kids do love them. You make mistakes. Their response will change to you because you're giving them security. You're giving them confidence. You're not putting them down. You're helping them to be a better parent. And it's so important to feel like you're actually good at what you're doing. How many other situations in your life have you been in where you've thought, I feel good at this and I respond better when I feel good at this? If you're not very good at something, you tend to leave that thing alone, whether that's sport or whether that's cooking or whatever. If you're not good at something, you leave it alone. And if they feel like they're not good at being a dad, they leave it alone. They'll ghost you for a week. They'll ignore their kids. Whereas if you make them feel like they might not be the best dad in the world, but you're going to make them feel like they can be, and they are if you just help them along the way. And you're going to go, well, why should I help them? They're always horrible to me. Because they're acting out, because they're insecure. So now you're sat thinking, I don't want to give him any praise. I don't want to help him. He's a fucking knob. But who's it actually for? Is it for the kids or is it for you? Well, it's actually both. It's in the best interests of the kids to have their dad around all the time. Can you help with that? Yes, you can. Is it going to dent your pride? Maybe. Does it matter? You need to put your kids first. And for you, do you want to be dealing with the dickhead all the time? No. What can you change to change your life? Can you make him be less of a dickhead? Yes, by doing this. You want the change in your life. You want the change in the results. This is within your control. So put aside your pride. Maybe just try testing a little bit. Give a little bit, see what he does back. Give a little bit, see what he does back. Then you'll have your answer. Is it worth it for your kids?